Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Artistry Collective's Creators or Crafters Choice live event. If you're seeing the red live button up here, we are live. If not, you're on the replay. That's great too. Just type in hashtag replay and let me know that you stopped by. Today, I have this beautiful Reader's Digest book. And you can see it's kind of a smaller one than normal. And what I've been doing is just taking out some pages because we are going to use it for an altered book today. So I've been saving some of the pages inside. I love this beautiful purple. It goes perfectly with the paper collection that I have in mind. And then I've been saving a few of the pages inside and then tearing out a few of the pages inside. Now, I know some of you don't like destroying books, and this one is just being given a new life. That's all. So I think I just saved. Now I need to tear. I'm taking out 4 pages, 3, 4, and I will use these book pages for other things. Trying to get as clean of a tear across here as I can. And then I'm saving 3. Hi, Christy. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to tear out 4. Now, some people do this in a different mix. Hi, Sharon. Some people do, they'll take out 3 and then they'll save 7 or whatever. I'm keeping 3 and taking out 4. Hi, Debbie. Hello in Florida. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, Marilyn and Dondi. Hey, guys. Hey. Yep, sneaking in, Marilyn. Sneaking in every Wednesday. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And, some of them you might keep 4, you might keep 3. It really doesn't matter. You just need to give yourself some space to work in the book. Whoops. And it's okay if you miss a few of these little pieces in here. You can go through. Some people like to use a ruler and really get it straight. Some people like to use a box cutter, and that's okay. 2, 3. You've been saying Tuesday all day. Nope, it's not Tuesday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at these chickens. I will definitely use those to make some ephemera out of. Now I got to tear it a little straighter. Got to pay attention here. Try and get the whole chicken on the page. I think I did it. Awesome. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to tear out 1, 2, 3, 4. And if there's a picture in here that you think you might want to use for something else, you can definitely move it, take it out, move it. The number doesn't really matter. You just need to free up some space in here to allow yourself some room to work. Hi, Karen. 4. And we'll take this one too. So that one, I took 5 because I wanted that extra picture out of there. Whoops. Okay. I don't know if we'll get done today, but I need a book to work in. I'm actually at a weird state. I'm kind of in between projects right now. That doesn't usually happen to me. What book is that? It's a Reader's Digest book. Yep. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually, when I'm doing Reader's Digest books, I usually gut them, but this one's going to be an altered book. So that means instead of putting a signature in here, I'm going to use the pages of the book and just alter them. But I do need some room. I like to add lots of bulky embellishments and ephemera. So 1, 2, 3. Look at the little pigs. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so we're going to tear 3 on that one. And then I'm going to keep 1 and tear another one because I want those pigs out of there. I want to use that for something else. Hey, Debbie. So 1, 2. Oh, wow, look at that. That's pretty. Oh my gosh, we are under a high wind advisory here. You always feel guilty because you what? Where did my comments go? You still feel guilty. Mom always made you feel bad. Yeah, nope. This book was destined for the trash bin, so I have pulled it out. And I've read the stories in here. And now we're going to give it some kind of a new good life. You can use any book that you want. You can use a dollar store book. You can use a vintage book. You can use chipboard if that's what you'd rather use than doing a book. But if you want to do an altered book, you do have to start with some sort of book. You can do a magazine book. 3, and we're almost done. This one didn't have many pages. 3, 4. All right. There's Leah with Make All Things With Me. So if you guys are new to the Artistry Collective, it is hosted by our sweet friend Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And up after me is Leah with Make All the Things With Me. And then after her is Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. Okay, so now you can see we just made ourselves some room in here. That's all. And with this, I've got this beautiful Stamperia Collection Hortensia. And of course, I have the beautiful rice paper to match. And we're going to make this be on the cover here. This is rice paper. So we're just going to go right over this beautiful pattern. And I like this cluster of flowers, so it's just going to be right here and around on the spine. We're going to do the spine too, and we'll let this wrap just a little bit around the back as well. I think it's going to be gorgeous, guys. I really do. I love rice paper. We're going to do it last, though, because it's going to get sticky, and I don't want it to keep us from working in the book. But we can cut it down. And then we can start gluing some of our pages together. Let's see. Look how beautiful this is. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. We are going to get to see a little bit of this pattern from the Reader's Digest book underneath, so that's not going to go to waste. And that is part of the beauty of using a Reader's Digest book, is that you do get to use the pattern. I'll probably put this right to here, and then with this little bit, well, you guys can see, I guess it helps if I show you what I'm doing. I'll probably put it or wrap it around to here, and then with this little bit of trim here, we'll put some lace or something, and then we'll just leave this here. So let's go ahead and cut this down just a little bit. And this is rice paper, so we could fold it. We could also tear it. We could use a water brush. We could do all the things, any of the things. All right, so that one's going to go like that. I'm going to leave just a little bit of room over the edge so I can tuck it under. You heard Stamperia. I have a lot of it right now. I will be doing some kits for small classes here pretty soon. I think the first one we're going to start with is the Roses and Perfume collection. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I cannot wait. I'm still building the kits, trying to decide what the price point will be. I think I'm only going to have room for about 8 people. So you've heard it here first. 8 people in a class. Okay, so let me get some water here. I don't have water in my water brush like I should. So we're just going to do it old school. We're going to put some water on a paintbrush. And we're just going to paint down that little seam with water. And that'll get these fibers of this rice paper to come apart. The Roses and Perfume, yeah, it's fun. It's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to take this out. All right. so there's that one. It's pretty easy when you just water it down a little bit. We'll do this one. Same way. A little bit of water along that seam I created there. And then we can just tear right along here. And you want to, when you're tearing, you want to allow for those fibers. See those differences in the fibers? It's okay to kind of pull slow. That one's got a long fiber piece right there. So if we just pull a little bit slow, let it come out, then you get to keep all that fibery goodness as you're going along here. Okay, and these pieces we will definitely save and we'll put somewhere inside the book. Now let's see how we did as far as our measuring here for the cover. That's good. I think this one I'm going to put just right here like this, and then I'm going to let it wrap around. So it's going to be, yep, about like that. I'll probably glue back here first and let it go around. And once I've got it glued, then I can file off the excess that I don't want there, or even trim it off. I love that dragonfly in the top corner here. And then we've got this fun clock. Hello in Lindsay, Oklahoma. Okay, so we probably won't get this done today, but they can take quite a while to get them done. Look at this beautiful vintage book page. I absolutely love it. No need to dye or anything here. You can still ink if that's what you want to do. That's the back. Not that it really matters, but it does. If you want to preserve this, this is a good way to do that. You can leave it in here. And I like leaving these blank pages because they're just a blank canvas to work with. Now see how we have this here? This was from where we tore out. You can continue to try to get those out, or this can just become a pocket. So we can glue this one to this one and make it a pocket. Let's get some glue. Put my pin in its little holder place. Since I have this holder place, I've been doing better at not losing my pin, which is good. Okay, and so there's several different ways you can make pockets, and in the altered books, it's fun to make a variety of them. So this one, I'm going to make be a side pocket. Now, if you really want to be meticulous with your altered books and go through and measure them out, like some people do the side pocket, then the next one, they'll do just a page, and then the next one, they'll do a top pocket. The next one, they'll maybe do a folded pocket, and so on. So you can definitely have like a pattern to your pockets is what I'm trying to say. Or you can just do it at random. However you feel like going forth with your book is fine. So this one, maybe I'm going to glue and we'll have a top pocket. So to do a top pocket, we're just going to glue on the side and the bottom. Now you can do this with whatever glue that you like. I sometimes use my tacky glue, my clear gel tacky glue, because I love the wrinkles that it gives, but some people I know don't like the wrinkles. If you get wrinkles, you can brayer them out, you can iron them out, or you can just leave them. I like to just leave them. I think they're fun. Okay, so I did, is this one still not gluing? This is still not gluing. Let's see, what's going on here? Let's put some more glue. This glue is supposed to be right here. There we go. That's supposed to be a side pocket. Now you do have to leave yourself some allowance because the pages need to be able to move and flex a little bit. So when they're turning like this, they'll be a different length. Kind of like when you put your signatures into the book and then they're kind of a little longer than what the book cover is. It's kind of the same thing there. So, okay, so here we go. Got this one. This is a side pocket. And you can notch these as you go along so that you remember. This one is a top pocket. Now this one we can do like a folded page like this to have a folded pocket. And when you're thinking about these, you might not want to glue them right away. Maybe go through and put some paper clips in because they are easier to cover with book paper or scrapbook paper or whatever paper you plan to use before they're glued. Then you're not trying to cut and fit in there and all the things. So sometimes I'll leave them just like this, although I think I want these two to be glued together because that's going to be really hard to cover these up as far as that. I don't want those to show. So let's go ahead and make this one. We'll make this one a top pocket. And then that free page that's in there can just be folded. So it can be like a little, just a little folded area. Like we could make it a belly band or a side tuck or whatever you want this page here. So we can leave it like this, and then it can fold out. So you can put like a little tab here, and it can fold out, or tab at the top. So basically, you just kind of keep going through your book like this, making sure you get all of your pages involved however you want them to be. So let's do this one with a fold down that's going to be a pocket here. So this will be the pocket. So we're going to glue right here and right here. And then you can decide if you want to Velcro this piece right here, if you want to glue it down, if you want to cover it up, whatever you want to do. There's so many choices. You could even put a little magnet in there, and then it would have that cool noise, that little shunk. I love that noise. Okay, there we go. Yay, thank you guys for the thumbs up. That totally helps a lot for us on YouTube land. Give those thumbs up, get in some hearts, all the things. Leave some comments. Tell me what you're drinking. I've got iced tea lemonade. I should be drinking some warm tea lemonade. It's like 50-something degrees outside, but the wind is here and it is blowing for sure. Okay, now this one, we might make this a half pocket like this. So we can glue down right here. So just on the side and the bottom. And this was a good spot for a pocket because I can see that there was pages that I missed tearing out here. So we're going to hide those. No one has to know that they're there. And now that'll be a pocket, and those little torn pieces won't be in the way. And what's fun here is that with this little piece, we can cover this here, and then we can also cover the inside here and this piece too. But then it can be one of those cute little fold opens, so like a little secret note here, or we could have it be a little tuck spot here. And of course, it's still a pocket back here. So all the things. It's 28 with high winds, and it feels like 16. Oh my gosh, that's cold. I'm so tired of the cold, girls. Hello, Diane in Michigan. So tired of the cold. All right, so you can kind of see how it's going to go. Let's go ahead and start working with some of these pieces just so you guys can see what it's going to look like. We'll open up our Stamperia paper. Now, this is an 8x8 set, and this is perfect because our Reader's Digest are about 5.5 by, I think 7. Yeah, 7.5. So an 8x8 piece of paper is going to work great. So Reader's Digest books are 8x8 packs if you have some. Good way to use them up. Leah or Christy, if you're there, can you help me keep track of time? Brr, 31 with high winds. We're under a high wind advisory. Oh my goodness, why is this not wanting to open? Come on, open up. There we go. Now let's just take a look at this paper. It's just as gorgeous as the rice paper. Oh, and it's actually in a pack. There we go. So we have the inside of the cover. We can cut some of these out, which is great. Or we can use a strip like this if we don't want to do that. These can also turn into little tags if you want to make them into tags. These can be some tags or some waterfall flips. I love that. Or some journaling cards. Ooh, look at this one. Beautiful. I like the collage of this one as well, but I probably will more than likely use this one. I absolutely love hydrangeas. This is beautiful. Look at this purple. Such beautiful stuff. Even if we just use like half of this and half of this. Now you guys know me, when I craft, I usually don't use people that aren't my people. So I probably won't choose those to decorate with. This one's cool. It's got a window. I like that. But I do love this on the background too. Sometimes it's so hard to choose. I like sometimes when I don't have to choose, I can just keep both sides. Like if I'm actually doing in a slipped spine or making my own version of a page or something, then I can use both sides to be seen there. Okay, a bunch of cut aparts, little tiny cut aparts. Love it, love it, love it. All right, then I also have this, don't forget that with an altered book, you might not be making your own signatures. Hydrangeas are your favorite, and then sunflowers. Yes, I like sunflowers too. You're not making your own signatures per se, but you still can add in envelopes. So look at how beautiful this one will be. So I was kind of thinking somewhere right in the middle. Maybe not that page. We're going to hide that one. This story apparently was about a missing person or something. I don't know. We'll go here, 123. And we can put in this envelope here. We can glue it just like this. Although I think I do want that to be a pocket. So we'll go right here. There we go. And the reason I did that is because right here, you can see that's where I tore out. So those are the best places to be a pocket of some sort. And we'll just go ahead and glue that one into a pocket since I know I want it to be a pocket. Okay. So that's going to be a top pocket. And then we'll have this side, which will be flip out. And then we'll still be able to put stuff in this pocket. So let's go ahead and glue this in. And to glue it in, it's just a tip in. That's what it's called. Or some people might call it a folio flap or whatever. Whatever they call it is fine. Doesn't matter. No rules in junk journaling. Remember, just relax and have fun. Some people say, well, this isn't a junk journal because it doesn't use junk. Well, it's an altered book, but you can still call it a junk journal, whatever you want to call it. Whatever makes you happy while you're crafting is fine. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Okay, then we're going to line this up with the page edge. I like that I have a second just to get it in the right spot. There we go. And that's going to turn the edge of that paper purple, and I love that. Okay. So now that will be a little flip out, and we'll have a purple background here to decorate. And that's a good place. You can use this as a mat for some photos or whatever. Now, that's the other thing. People say, what do you do with a book like this? You do whatever you want with it. You can use it as a scrapbook. You can use it as a journal. You can use it as a notebook. You can put quotes in it. You can just glue in it. You can just have fun making it. It doesn't really matter what you do with it as long as you are crafting and just having a great time. That's how I look at it. Okay, so let's see. Now, I do love this. This could go on the inside. I don't want to put anything right on the inside yet until I get that rice paper in here, though. Look how beautiful that's going to be on this book page. Love, love, love it. Okay. So here we can make more pockets if we want. I'm going to fold this one up right here and here. And then I am going to fold, let's fold like right to here. I'm going to leave a little bit of room just so that I'll have room to ink and glue and put trim if I want to. Okay, now I need trim, and I'm going to use my trimmer because I cannot trim straight with scissors to save my life. Even if there is a line there, I definitely will miss it. So let's go ahead and cut this back here, and then we can use this little piece as a piece in the book as well. A little side tuck. Okay, so there's that one. Now this is the piece that we'll have left over. I love that little dragonfly, but I do also like the collage on the back there. We'll see what we wind up using. As always, save all your scraps until you're done with this project. You never know what little piece might help get you through. Sometimes it literally is just a little decorative scrap on the edge of a page or a pocket. You never know. So just hold on to them till you're done. Although this is Stamperia, I would say hold on to them until you're ready to use them. Just saying. But, you know, if you don't like to save your scraps, if you have Stamperia scraps, you can send them to me. That's fine. I will gladly take all donated Stamperia scraps. As silly as that sounds. Now look, this might be perfect right there as well. Oh, that is beautiful. I love that. Do I want it to be right there? Or do I want it to be the first page that we see when we turn in here? And we can definitely go over some of this with some Nuvo drops and all the things just to decorate. Yeah, I think I might want it right on the inside, but I'm not going to glue it just yet. So let's find our next page. Let's keep going. When you get stuck, just keep going. Oops. Okay, and maybe we want to find our piece for the back. Now, this only gives you 10 double-sided pieces of paper. So as you can tell, we have a whole lot more to cover in here. So we're going to need some companion paper, maybe some coffee dyed paper, maybe some just inked pages. Maybe we want to paint some pages. You might also use some cardstock that's just in a coordinating color, and that's totally fine. Okay, so for me, this one's an easy choice. I'm gonna fold out the lady because that's what I do, girls. That's what I do. And what we could do actually is we could fold it in half, and then we'll have two pieces of paper here, and we can make pockets out of those as well. So let's see what it looks like when we do just half. And when we're covering these, we could also do them half like this. So if we have this folded, we could do it like this, and this could be a pocket. So then you'd have this, and this could be a pocket. Or if you just want to glue one side like this, and then when you open it over here, that can be a little flip out. So that's kind of fun. Flip out into a dragonfly. I do kind of like that, and I kind of like it on the edge as well. So we're going to need to trim off some of the top though. And we're going to go I'm just going to kind of guesstimate. You can measure if you are a measurer. You feel free to measure. Okay. And of course, save the little bits. Save the little bits. All right, let's see. So where is that dragonfly? There he is. I'm going to glue this one down as a pocket. And this one here, I'm going to let be a flap. So we're not going to glue on that one. Now, you can use your double-sided tape as well. If you use double-sided tape, I always like to use double-sided tape and glue. So I always say tape for today, glue for tomorrow, because I have had to go back in many of those scrapbooks that I created with my tape runner and re-glue things. So, it gets brittle over time. That just shows their age. And I'm going to go ahead and notch this out since it's going to be on the inside there. So I'm just going to use a circle punch and just take a little piece. And then we'll glue this down as a pocket right here. And we can slide some things in there. And of course, we can add paint or ink or whatever we want around here. But now the fun part is that this side will flip out like this. So then we can add some pretty, maybe some purple paper or blue paper or even paint right there. And that will be nice as well. And we can put a fun little tab right here. So as you can tell, this book will be very involved by the time it's done. So even though it's just an altered book, doesn't mean it takes any less time to work on. I know I see some people really hung up on the terms of the books and, trying to make sure that they have a true journal and all these things. And for me, I don't let all that stuff get in the way. I just create. And I create lots of different styles of books. Just because you've got one style, it doesn't mean you have to stay true to that style. You can do all of the things. Okay, so this one has a lady again, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it. That's about in half. And I'm going to make one of these same things that we just did, but I'm going to do it more towards the back. So that way they are spaced out just a little bit better. Okay, and I love this paper. This is so pretty. So here, I think all of it's really pretty, actually. Just going to go ahead and cut this little bit off the top like we did this other one. It'll be about the same. It doesn't have to be about to the nearest ish. How about that? I love that saying. I think I've heard it first from Tim Holtz. And it's just amazing. To the nearest ish. Okay. Of course, we're going to keep those scraps again. That did not. I think I need a new trimmer blade. Let's see if I can get just a little more of a piece. Doing just a little hairline cut on these trimmers is kind of tough sometimes. There we go. All right, we got it. So now you can see why we had to take some pages out, because we're adding all this paper back in. And we want to make sure that we can have room to do just that. Okay, so let's see. We're going to go ahead and use this page here. We're going to glue down the lady and leave this one to open like so. Now, one thing that I always forget to do, and that's this side. I am a very right-handed world girl. I am a right-hander, and I tend to lean towards putting things on the right-hand side of my pages. I've watched myself in videos. I watched myself work, and that's the way it seems to go. So if you are aware of something like that for yourself, just make sure you try to remember those left-handed pages. Or if you're a left-hander and you live in your left world, make sure you remember the right-handed pages. So whichever it is, try to remember to do a little bit of both. Okay, so this one, I may have to unglue this later and take care of this back side here. Maybe I'll want a little piece of blue paper or something behind here, or blue paint or something. We'll see. But for now, it's getting glued, just so I know where it's going to go. And this one here, and then we'll have this one here. And on some of these pages that are plain, you might want to stencil, you might want to collage, or any of the things. So, and just because this is an altered book doesn't mean you can't add in some sewn pieces. If you like to sew, just stitch your pockets or whatever and then glue them in. You can do a little bit of everything in these altered books, and I love that. Okay. Let's see, what paper is next? This one's so pretty. I love this. Now, what we could do here is we could trim this piece off here, and then we could use this piece as a page and this piece as like a side hook or pocket. But then that means we're getting rid of this side. I love this side. We could also use this as a window. Let's see. Let's turn somewhere. We could glue this down here and let it open. That could be fun. But then that means I forfeit this side, and I really love this side. Girls, I can't decide. I can't decide. Do we want a cool window, or do we want some really pretty paper? If I were to use this side, I'd probably get rid of all of that right there. What do you guys think? Should we do a window, or should we go with the other side of the paper? I guess when we flip this open, we would still get to see some of this. So we get the best of both worlds, really. Tough call, right? Yeah. It is. Let's trim this off. I think we're just going to go with the window. I'll show you guys how I will do the window. Windows are always fun. I love doing windows. Anything with windows and doors, so much fun. And especially since if we do the window, then we still get to see this paper on the inside of the window. So it'll be okay. It'll be okay. All right. So what we're going to need to do is we need to fold this right where the window is. So when that happens, typically I like to use my bone folder just to make sure I'm going to crease on the right spot. And down here you can see the window is, you can't see it all in full view, but that's all right. We're just going to crease the window all the way down. So we're going to go from right here on that natural crease of the window all the way down. And we're going to go back up again just to make sure we've got a nice crease. Okay. Did I get a crease? I did. Okay. Then we will take a little mat and a razor blade if I can find one. I have this cool little pencil that is a razor blade, but I don't see it right now. In fact, I don't see any except for this one. So we can use this one. That'll be fine. And then I've got a metal ruler right here because we just want to cut right there. And by having that score line in there, it really helps get the paper cut in the right spot. Let's see, did it cut through? It did not. I gotta press harder. There we go. Now, here's where we have to make some decisions. We can go around this hydrangea, so it kind of makes like a flap, which I think I kind of like the idea of. So it just depends. This is like fussy cutting with a razor blade. And once you've kind of made your path, you're kind of stuck. But you know, you can always, if something happens, you can always layer on and it'll be fine. Let's get my fingers in here. Did this really cut? It did, except for right there. Okay, so cut there. Now, once you've got this little peak, if you're better at cutting with your scissors, go ahead and pull those out. You don't have to do the whole thing with a razor blade. No rules, right? Just go ahead and cut around. Okay, and then I think here I may just continue cutting out around this hydrangea, and it's not going to be straight because the flower here is not straight. So I mean, I guess we could just let this side open since there's flowers inside of here. Let's see. Let's go down to here. And then I'm going to cut across here where this window frame would be. And then we still need to cut up here as well. So it's not perfectly straight because all of the extra things like this curtain and this valance and all the things, but that's all right. It's what makes it cool, right? But you have to decide how you want it to go. So it can fold, can flap like that. We can just make a crease right up here. I think that will be good, actually. Maybe we'll do like one more little scallop up here. And then this one we can leave like it is, or we could make it flap open, but it's going to be even more weird because it's got all this craziness going on here. So let's go ahead and get this folded. So I try to find the natural lines in the patterns of the paper, and that means I need to go to like right there with my cuts up top here. I try to follow the natural lines so that, you know, you almost can't tell like that it wasn't meant to be that way. So we'll follow right along this line of the window here and just try to crease it. And of course, we could have scored it with the scoreboard, whatever. This is just the easiest way I like to do it. Make a nice crease. And then I'm going to fold it back right now just because we can, so that we still get that good crease. It's not going to go this way, but we still want a good crease. Okay, and then that will go in here. And we also need to make a fold right here, which seems like a weird place, but it's not, because that's how we need to glue it into the book. So this was here. We're going to let this crease here, and we're going to run this piece like this way. And this one here. And that one's not going to matter because it's going to be out of the way. All right. So, is everybody with me so far? Did I confuse anyone? I hope not. Okay, so now we're ready to glue this piece. Put these back out of the way. Close this up so I don't find my fingers on it. All right, safety first. So we're just going to glue this as deep into the fold as we can. And we could make this a pocket over here as well, since it's going to be mostly flat. And then this part will open and we can put something cool inside of there. So I'm not going to glue that side down just yet because I might want to put some saran wrap or some like, what am I trying to say? Some cellophane back there to make it look more like a window. And then we could even make this into a little shaker or something of that nature. So let's glue this piece first. I want to glue the bottom of this one because I want it to stay on the page. And since the page is already cut there, the integrity of it just needs a little reinforcement. But then we're just going to glue right up the sides. And did I do that wrong? I did. Ugh. Up the sides, Shauna, not up this part. Okay, there we go. That was supposed to be our pocket piece right there. Just the sides and the bottom. I had my fingers in the wrong place. Usually I put my fingers where they are right now into the place where I don't want to glue. And when I don't do that, I seem to always mess it up. Okay, so we're going to scrunch that down into the fold of the book. Reinforce that gluing on the sides there so that this will be a pocket. And then I'm going to not glue this piece for right now because I want to do other things with it. So we're just going to let it fold here. And then when we close this part of the book, that will help reinforce it. And along the edge, we could add some more lace, like the top of our curtain down here. We could add something that looks like this basket or something down here, or maybe even something that looks like wallpaper. Or we can just paint, or we can just leave it. Ink, paint, whatever. We can do all the things. And that's what I love about altering projects is you can just do whatever you want to do, whatever your heart's desire is for the paper. Okay, and so you can see, look how fun it's starting to look. And then we still have this gold because it was a Reader's Digest. I love that. Okay, I also had a couple smaller envelopes I wanted to add in. So there's 1, 2, 3 of them. This is just going to be one signature, so I don't have to worry about matching them up or anything. Ooh, and this one's darker pink on the inside, white here, so that's great. Or not white, pink. It's pink. They did get a little bit glued together. These are vintage envelopes. They're not special really though. I mean, they are vintage, but that just means they're an envelope that was bought in a lot of cards from a vintage time. All right, but we can still use them. Perfect. Okay, this part I'm going to glue down. That part we're going to glue something over it, so it'll be fine. Just take that little piece off there so it's not in the way. Okay, is this one open? It's not. All right, let's just use the bone folder right away. Now, sometimes if you have these things that are sticking like this, you can use some dental floss and just get in there, especially if it's photos that are stuck in a book. Use some wax dental floss and it'll help you get in there. Okay, I think the pink color is going to be great. We're going to try to space them out a little bit. We'll put one in here. Yeah, this will go onto the left side. See, I'm trying to make sure I get something on that left side. And anytime you're using an envelope, you want to make sure you address the sticky adhesive part, whether it's covering it up with some paper or washi tape or ribbon or something of that nature, or gluing that piece down. And I love that it's going to turn the page edge, the color. Oh, we'll have a little pocket right there. All right, so there's one, and I've got 2 more to put in here. That one's going to be a pocket some way. Let's make it a pocket this way because there's a picture right there. And you probably want to be a little straighter with your glue than what I'm being at the moment. That's okay. There we go. 7:49. Countdown starts. All right. Thank you. Up after me is Leah with Make All the Things With Me. And you'll want to see what she's up to tonight. I don't know that she'll be paper crafting, but it is Creator's Choice tonight, so we can do anything we want to do. And we are all great at paper crafting, but great at other crafting too. So whether it's home decor or mixed media art or something, it is sure to be a good time. So you'll want to check out the other ladies after me tonight. And we try to be here every Wednesday live with you guys. Sometimes life gets in the way, but we make it work and bring you some great things of our creations, whatever they are. All right, so I've got those pockets. I thought I kind of spaced them out, but I'm running out of pages, believe it or not. So we'll just put one right in here somewhere. Maybe like right here, just here. So that gives me 4 little tip outs, and I love that. I've got that purple one kind of in the center of the book, and then these 3 that are pink. And I think before we leave tonight, we'll go ahead and glue down that rice paper. All right. As you can see, it's going to take me a while to get through here. So depending on what we're doing next Wednesday, maybe we'll work on this again. Book refurbish. You've been needing ideas for one. You bought a book a while back. Yeah, there's so many things you can do with old books, especially books that are discarded for whatever reason. Okay. Oh, I see why. I was like, what is going on with this page? It's not laying straight, but it's because I glued it in that way. So we'll give that a little better crease. Crease with the bone folder, and hopefully that will help. There we go. Yes, that's a lot better. Okay, so I'm going to use my Mod Podge. Now, I don't have any struggles with Mod Podge here in Western Washington, so I just use it and do my thing. I probably am going to have to cut some of this off, the excess off, but I did kind of want to wrap around the inside a little bit. Okay, so let's start on the back piece here. Ugh, sorry. Oh my goodness. Mod Podge is stuck inside of there. Doesn't it know I'm on a time constraint? Apparently not. Whew. Open, open. Wow. All right, here's another jar. Goodness sakes. I have to have Mr. Frapps open that one. There we go. That was much better. Going to use my silicone brush because I ruin brushes with Mod Podge. Oh no, you're having issues. I think you're meaning connection. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. This is the back. There we go. Okay, I want to glue along here. And we're going to put some on the spine. We don't have to poke any holes through the spine, so we can just decorate it as it is. This is a no-sew book, so you don't have to worry about where those holes are going to go. Sound is going in and out. Ah, sorry, guys. It must be because of the wind, I'm guessing, because there's wind everywhere. Okay. So we're just going to put this here, and we're going to leave this little bit of room for some trim. Maybe we'll put some beautiful lace of some sort. And then this will be the front of our beautiful book here. And I want this to not glue to this one, but wrap around here as well. So I'm going to have to probably miter cut these corners to get it to lay flat. Oh, let's try to stick. Yep, think it's the wind. There's wind everywhere. High wind warnings all over the world today. All right, We will put this down. And you want to be pretty giving with this part of it. You can use collage medium, gel medium, school glue mixed with water, Mod Podge, whatever your preference is. For this part, I would assume you could even just use just your glue to glue it down, but then whatever you put over the top of it, kind of to seal it in there, should be one of those other options. Heavy body gel would work. Any of those things. And rice paper is a little bit thicker than when we do our napkins, so it is great to work with. I love it. It's a little thicker. You can really see how I can push in those the areas of the book and still get my contours, and it's not trying to tear. It will tear, but it's not trying to as easily as per se like a napkin. So it is really fun stuff to work with if you've never worked with it before. Let's go ahead and cut just a little bit here. I could have cut this a little more to the size, but I kind of wanted things to fold over the edges just a bit. So I'm just making a little triangle cut here and here so that my piece, this piece, can just kind of roll over and lay in there. And same with this side here, but I will cut this little center piece because it has nowhere to go. That little triangle needs to come out. There we go. Okay. And then same thing here. We're going to have to kind of cut across so that things fold up and go where they're supposed to go. All right, so just a little triangle cut here. And then that will come out. Same thing here. You have yet to try rice paper. You bought some to print on, but you still want to purchase some of the beautiful rice papers you see everyone using. Yes, rice papers are absolutely fabulous. I have some favorite companies. Of course, Stamperia is always a favorite. I don't know what happens in Italy with their paper making, but they do a beautiful job. So, I have yet to find anything from Italy. I'm like, Almost everything that comes from Italy, I love. So just put a little glue down this way and we'll glue this down. Hopefully. Come on, wrap around, glue down. Rice paper is such a dream to work with. I love working with mulberry paper, and I just recently found Angora paper. All fun and beautiful things to work with. All right, let's just use some regular glue. Get that in there. Hopefully it will just lay down. Do what you're supposed to do, stuff. Here we go. I'm going to put some glue all over this. And then I also have the die cuts, the chipboard die cut pieces for this collection. And I think they're going to be absolutely fantastic to accent the front cover with. Haven't opened them yet, but we'll see. So that's the book that's the way this book is going, the direction it's going to take. We'll flip this down. I'll show you guys the cover one more time, and then it'll be time to go see Leah with Make All the Things With Me. The links to everyone in the collective is all in the description box as well, so don't miss out on anybody great. All right, here we go. So I love that. I love that you can kind of see that background of the book peeking through. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts if you're loving it. And this piece that I cut out will go down over this edge here. And we could make it a pocket, but I think I'm just going to glue it in there. Can't wait to see all the things you do in it. Yes, it's going to be great. So, guys, go see Leah with Make All the Things with Me and have a great rest of your evening. I will see you next time here live with the Artistry Collective, which is hosted by Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And she'll be crafting after Leah tonight. So, check out both of those ladies. Give us likes and thumbs up and subscribe and do all the things. And I'll see you guys next time. Good night, everyone.